So I just got finished waiting in a queue for, just about 2 hours, and I wanted to show you guys the new vendor gear. There are a few vendor guns that stand out to me as being pretty good. I'll include a little bit about the archetypes, but I also want to focus on the roles. So the whale here is a hand cannon from Future War Cult. It is the right archetype, but it lacks rangefinder. Now this could be a really good gun for PvE, especially with hammer-forged Firefly armor-piercing rounds and some, decent sights, nothing special. But not really for PvP. You definitely want some form of rangefinder here. That said, if you get packages for the whale, definitely look into them. The Waltz is a low-impact pulse rifle. We can double-check that with Grasp of Malak if you like. And I actually really liked the role I saw on the Waltz. Rangefinder, perfect balance, armor-piercing rounds. And again, we're not have the best sights, but you probably want to go with Red Dot ORA2 here. Looks very good for PvP. Not necessarily a PvE powerhouse, but if you're used to the Grasp of Malak and you don't have a great roll on it, the Waltz might be looking into. The weighting is a fusion rifle. Looks, okay. I'm not sold on it yet. Honestly, I'm not sold on any of the fusion rifles yet. The Wounded is a scout rifle. It's in the mid-impact archetype. It's got Zen Moment, perfect balance, high caliber rounds. It also has options for Outlaw and Quick Draw. It looks okay. Doesn't look stellar. It's an amazing roll, don't get me wrong, but it's still in the mid-impact archetype. That is a 1 second time to kill. The Wormwood is a sidearm. Hidden Hand is great. Zen Moment's great. High caliber rounds is great. Strong target acquisition is definitely something you're looking for. I really like the Wormwood. I think the Wormwood's a great sidearm. This is probably the best of the bunch so far, and the Warpath is a rocket launcher. You can see it's got very low velocity, but no way to increase it, no javelin. Tracking's not really good enough here. Honestly, the takeaway from Future War Cult is the Wormwood and the Waltz. I really like those two guns from Future War Cult, and the hand cannon is worth looking into. Let's head over to Dead Orbit. I know a lot of people are excited about the shotgun, but first we'll look at the Extremophile. This is a mid-impact auto rifle. It has persistence, perfect balance, and armor-piercing rounds. You're probably never going to use hot swap or hip fire. And it's got a few weirder scopes. I like the reflex scope okay, but I could see somebody using the OEG scope. It's okay. It's a really good mid-impact auto rifle. It could use a boost to range that it doesn't really have. Persistence and perfect balance are both great, but without that range, you will see damage fall off in the Crucible. Mid-impact auto rifles are kind of making a return a little bit, but I think lower rate of fire auto rifles are still kind of the meta. Keystone. So Keystone is a high-impact scout rifle. I think this is the real gem in Dead Orbit. I think this is the next hung jury. It's got crowd control. It's got triple tap, it's got extended magazine, it's got red dot ORA. You know how I feel about the red dot scopes. I think all of them are great. I don't really see anything on here that would challenge that. But again, if you like focus lens OEG, you can use whatever scopes you want. Extended mag and triple tap both go very well together. If you are having trouble recentering your reticle, you can use perfect balance instead of triple tap. Extended mag will increase that magazine to a round. It should be 16, 17. And crowd control is going to be great for PvE. This looks like probably the best PvE scout. If you're just getting started, you want a quick boost, you want to spend legendary marks on something, Keystone looks great. Worlds to Come is a fusion rifle. Hidden Hand, hammer forged, enhanced batteries, probably what you end up going with. I don't know. Again, I wasn't really sold on any of the fusion rifles that I saw. Last Ditch 001. This is the one that everybody's excited about. This has rangefinder, hammer forged, quick draw, and then I don't really see any barrel mods that are great. Penalty to range, significant penalty to range, and penalty to impact. None of these are good. I think if I were going to lose anything, it would be I'd probably go with smart drift control, honestly, and then go quick draw, hammer forged, rangefinder. It is very good, but if you have a perfectly rolled party crasher or something like that, you're probably better off with your perfectly rolled party crasher. Now, if you don't have a perfectly rolled party crasher, and a lot of you don't, then rangefinder, hammer forged, quick draw is going to be hard to beat. Like, this is definitely stellar. I could totally see this becoming the new meta. The Last Ditch 001 is excellent. I'm a little disappointed in the barrel mods, but I mean, I guess they can't hand everything to us. The Better Edge sniper rifle is in a, let me see. Let me just double check here. I've got Still Piercer equipped. I think it's in a lower archetype. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like low archetype sniper rifles. I feel like the higher the impact, the better. There are a few exceptions to that rule, but like this is such a low impact tier, and frankly, the roll isn't that great. Snapshot's good. Mulligan's not bad, I guess. Take a Knee got a huge buff recently, but I don't know if I can get behind this. Even with the Knight's Longview SLR 10, it's not amazing. Unto Dust 00 has grenades and horseshoes, and that's literally the only thing Unto Dust has going for it. This is a very low velocity, a very low blast radius. I would not pick this up. So Dead Orbit, the takeaway is the scout rifle and the shotgun are both very good. I like the scout rifle a lot better than the shotgun. I think that's the real PvE gem here, but you know. We can head over to the Vanguard. We've got, it looks like a mid-impact auto rifle again. We've got Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance, and I guess Eye of the Storm, because focused fire is terrible on this archetype, unless they've improved it without my knowing. But I'm pretty sure it's, so let's tell you straight up, focused fire decreases your rate of fire by 50% and increases your impact by 30%. It doesn't take a statistician to figure out that that's not a good trade. Focused fire is terrible on just about every single auto rifle in the game. Hidden Hand and Perfect Balance are great though, so, you know, just throw on Eye of the Storm, you don't have to worry about this. On the other hand, it is a mid-impact auto rifle. We are the meta is still in favor of those lower impact ones, so. The Parthian Shot, I don't think I have the highest impact auto rifle on me, but we can tell that this is the highest impact. Headseeker on a high impact pulse rifle is what you want, but without counterbalance, I'm not really sure if you can support using it. You do have Perfect Balance and Rodeo here, and that's phenomenal, but the way pulse rifles are, I'm not sure how much Rodeo is going to help you. You can pick it up if you want to. This could be like a very nice vendor alternative to the Lead Mila D. If you remember in year 2, we had the Apple of Discord with counterbalance and Headseeker. This is that version of the Apple of Discord. This isn't going to be great for PvP, I don't think, but it could be okay for PvE if you're into that. The How Dare You, I love this name. This is hilarious. It is a lower impact hand cannon though, and I gotta say, lower impact hand cannons, even with luck in the chamber, I mean, this is not stellar. The lower impact hand cannons have traditionally lower range than the mid impact hand cannons. They're not really worth using. I totally skipped over the Angel's Advocate. This is an awesome roll. Reactive reload, explosive rounds, outlaw, and ORA2. It is in the mid-impact of scout rifles, so this is going to be like your Hung Jury, your DIS-43, those kinds of guns. You probably already have a decent mid-impact scout rifle, so like you don't need to be worried about picking one of these up, but I don't know. I like the name. It's a cool flavor gun. The X Asterisk, hot swap's great, knee pads is pretty great, small bore is okay, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I haven't been excited about any of the fusion rifles I've seen. The Teacup Tempest though, look at this, reactive reload's okay, high caliber rounds is amazing, Zen Moment's amazing, and then we've also got this Sure Shot IS, like this is an awesome sidearm. I'm totally into this sidearm. If this were spray and play, I'd be even happier. Occam's Razor. No rangefinder makes this worse than our hung jury alternative. I don't know why you'd pick up an Occam's razor when you could have the hung jury last ditch 001. The 7th Sense sniper rifle with Firefly, quick draw, and spray and play. It's interesting that we see snapshot in a different area than we do in the other gun. It does have, I don't know, not the best scopes. Some people like the ambush scope though. I mean, you can see though it's at a lower impact archetype than you're probably used to. I don't know if it's worth using. The Bone Crusher. So this is like one of the coolest names I've ever seen on a gun, but the role does not really live up to the name. Linear compensator is what you'd want to use here with crowd control, quick draw, and feeding frenzy probably. You could make an argument for hand laid stock, but honestly linear compensator does a lot of the stability correction, so you almost don't even need it. Disassembly required is a cute name. Low velocity, this reminds me a lot of, I believe it's the caloric dragon from year 2. Tripod, and then no grenades and horseshoes kind of ruins the gun. So the takeaway here is really, I guess the teacup. None of this other stuff really stood out to me. I mean, I could see an argument again for the pulse rifle, but not really. I don't know. I'm a firm believer that you need counterbalance to make that head seeker high impact pulse rifle archetype work. And you know, I know a little bit about high impact archetype pulse rifles at this point. I've played with like 3 variations of the Liudmila D, and I liked playing with the Apple of Discord in year 2. I feel like you definitely need counterbalance for that head seeker role. The Crucible Quartermaster has a few things. He's got, this is the 0-Day Dilemma. It's a very high impact auto rifle. These things did not get the buff they needed in the last balance patch, even with a very nice hidden hand, braced frame, spray and play, red dot roll. I just can't support buying a high impact auto rifle. Sorry to all of my Shadow Price enthusiasts. The party favor is Hawksaw archetype pulse rifle. So this is the new Hawksaw. But the roll isn't really stellar, so I don't know if you want to pick this one up. I don't really see anything on here that stands out. I mean, rifled barrel's nice. It already has a very high stability. Glass half full is okay. Rodeo is nifty. As whatever. Kind of a boondoggle. The hero formula is a scout rifle. You can tell that it's the mid-impact archetype, and you can tell that it is neat, is the word. It's another explosive rounds gun. This reminds me a lot of the year 2 Not Like the Others vendor roll. Meh. I mean, you know, we already saw one of these at the Vanguard that was probably a little bit better than this one. I mean, this is probably your better PvP roll, especially with braced frame here. You can roll with a very good, probably a little bit better than even the best rolled DIS 43s. But I don't know. I mean, I'd much rather be using the high impact archetype. The Palindrome hand cannon. This is, I believe this is the high impact archetype of hand cannons. Let me just double check. No, I'm sorry. The Palindrome is, in fact, the right archetype. And it's got rifled barrel and rangefinder, and spray and play, and true sight IS. Alright, so if you missed out on AS Luna in year 1, the Palindrome, let me tell you something about the Palindrome. The Palindrome is really good. Rangefinder, rifled barrel, spray and play, and true sight are amazing. And yeah, it's in the right archetype and everything. Unless there's a secret hidden stat that sucks, like this looks great. Each new day fusion rifle, we see another fusion rifle with an okay roll. I'll have to go back and check out the fusion rifles. I feel like there must be something I'm missing because I just haven't been impressed yet. The 44 curtain call shotgun. Right off the bat, I can see that there's not a whole lot here to warrant using. The way it is with shotguns is you either want to kill in one shot or you want to kill in a few shots. And so you're going to be running either the rangefinder, increase range, increase impact variants like the Matador 64 or the Party Crasher, or you're going to be running full auto variants and going with a more invective strategy. And this doesn't have really anything going for it. I don't know. I would skip it. Anton's Rule is a sidearm with a few perks that look okay and not a lot else going for it. The Event Horizon. What archetype is this? This is actually... wow. This is actually a higher impact than the Still Piercer. Okay, so this will one-shot supers in the Crucible. Hidden Hand, Small Bore and Explosive Rounds, Spray and Play, and Short Gaze. Xbox players, this is probably the closest you're going to get to Zen Meteor for like another year. Sorry about that. Spray and Play, Hidden Hand, Explosive Rounds, and Short Gaze is a great roll, and if you hate Explosive Rounds, Small Bore is also pretty good. I mean, decreasing the magazine size even further is really scary. Spray and Play will help mitigate that slower reload speed, but I don't know. This looks cool. I'm into it. I would pick this up, especially for PvE. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but after the nerf to these high-impact sniper rifles, they do not kill Red Bar Knights in Kingsfall anymore. So if you want to play through the story, this should kill Red Bar, what are they called? Captains. So at least I think if it matches the color, it kills them, and if it doesn't match the color, it's a 2-shot still, but it's like 2 body shots, so it's nothing. I don't know. I would definitely think about this sniper rifle. Chaotic Neutral, the machine gun. What archetype is this? This is just a hair lower impact than Bread of Mart Stand. So it's the same, yeah, it's the same impact as Bread of Mart Stand and Ruin Awake, and it just doesn't have... I guess you'd use Smooth Ballistics. This archetype does need an impact barrel mod. It doesn't really matter what the roll is. It does need an impact barrel mod. Something Wicked, the rocket launcher. We've got cluster bombs. We've got high blast radius. We've got decent velocity, but no javelin. I don't know about that. Alright, so like the takeaway here is the sniper rifle and the palindrome is the hand cannon. Cool. Very cool. I'm glad I double-checked the palindrome, because that's actually a really good mid-impact hand cannon. And seeing a high-impact sniper rifle, especially one with a roll so close to the Zen Meteor, is also really cool. I still haven't found a Zen Meteor myself. After using 603 of coins since the April update, I didn't see a single special weapon engram exotic drop. That was kind of sad. Alright, this is the new Monarchy stuff. This is the last vendor gear that I'm going to look at for now. This auto rifle is the minimum impact. So this is going to be like your, if you missed out on year 2 Trials of Osiris, this is going to be a lot like Doctrine of Passing. You've got Counterbalance, Perfect Balance, Quick Draw, and the Red Dot ORA. I haven't seen a single Red Dot OAS this entire time. It's kind of upsetting. It's my favorite scope. I haven't seen it. The Red Dot ORA is fine, though. And then Counterbalance and Perfect Balance are perfect. It's exactly what this archetype needs. I mean, it could use a small range boost. You could use armor-piercing rounds instead of Quick Draw. I think that does give up there. You can see a slight range boost. Not a huge one, though. Not significant enough to really matter. That magazine size of 56, I mean, this impact archetype really did suffer from that last nerf. But this is very good, especially for Crucible. I could definitely see picking one of these up for Crucible. The Free Will 3 kind of looks like the Free Will Ill. This is a low-impact hand cannon. Hammer Forged and Rangefinder look really good at first, but this is going to have a very low time to kill if you can use it correctly, but it is going to be 2 headshots, 1 body shot versus the 1 headshot, 2 body shots that you're used to, and they do have a lower base range. So while Hammer Forged and Rangefinder look really good on this gun, I would still go with the one from the Crucible, the, what did we call it? I don't know, you saw it like 10 seconds ago. Alright, longer than that. The Impeacher 5, this looks like the sidearm I would pick up. Snapshot, Zen Moment, Reactive Reload. You know what? No, I wouldn't go with this one. There was another one we saw with Spray and Play, I think. I liked that one. Yeah, Hamish, the Crucible hand cannon's great. The shotgun fires in full auto. If you're the kind of person who prefers full auto to the rangefinder variants, you know, like if you're the kind of person who'd rather get a couple more shots in than just blast them for the one shot, the Bad Counsel's probably your go-to. It even comes with a linear compensator, which I don't know if you're familiar with this archetype, but linear compensator is amazing. Yeah, so the shotgun's great for those types. We've got the Deposition 7, and don't love it. Don't love it even a little bit. I mean, unflinching's nice, I guess, but after the nerf... okay, maybe I do love it a little bit. Short Gaze, Snapshot, Hammer Forged, and Unflinching are good. It's just, I hate this archetype. I really do. I think that the higher archetypes are better, even still. And frankly, I think if you are going to use a lower archetype, it should be for PvE, and you should be looking into a Haka sniper rifle because they can roll with surplus. But that's not, you know, relevant here. I don't know. I'd hold up on the Deposition. First Citizen 9 is our last gun. Machine gun with counterbalance, hammer forged, extended mag, and aggressive ballistics is the only one. I guess field choke. This is in the Diluvian 10X archetype. It's a lower impact. I don't know if you can see that, but like look how much lower that is than the Bredomart stand. I don't know about this gun. I've never really been a fan of the lower impact machine guns. It's such a long time to kill. Alright, well that's all of them. The takeaway from New Monarchy is probably the Assembly 2, which is an incredible looking auto rifle, and I guess if you're into it, the Bad Counsel 4 is the shotgun. I don't know. I don't like this impact of hand cannon. I'd, again, rather pick up the Crucible hand cannon. Just quick recap. I'll go over them real quick and just give you my recommendations. Assembly 2 from New Monarchy is the auto rifle. It's in the Doctrine archetype, that low impact archetype. Crucible, I don't want to try and remember him. I want to go up to him and actually like look at him to make sure. I don't want to give you guys terrible information. That would be awful. Plus I know a couple of these vendors sell like more than one scout rifle. If I tell you the scout rifle from Hung Jury, it's like, well, which one? Okay. From Crucible we said the hand cannon was great. The palindrome. And we said the sniper rifle. I really liked the sniper rifle because it was so high impact. And that was it from Crucible. So auto rifle from New Monarchy, sniper rifle, and hand cannon from Crucible. You will want to buy vendor gear before picking up your packages, by the way. It's $350. Your packages are probably going to drop at around $339 if you're at $335 light, so pick up a package. It'll boost your light even a little bit. It's worth it. The Vanguard gear, I almost didn't like any of them. I guess the sidearm had high caliber rounds and Zen moment, along with Sure Shot IS. So yeah, I'd say the sidearm, and I think that was it. Yeah. From Dead Orbit, it was the scout rifle and the shotgun. I really liked the Keystone 01. I think this is going to be the new Hung Jury. And the Last Ditch 001 is a pretty good shotgun. Even without the barrel mods, it's still pretty good. I mean, you can't deny a rangefinder hammer forged vendor roll. Not even my uppity, like, strive for perfection gun mentality. For Future War Cult, I liked the Waltz because it was in the Grasp archetype, and I liked the Wormwood with its high caliber rounds, Zen Moment, and Hidden Hand. And I think that was it. Not a lot of good machine guns or rocket launchers this time around. I'll have to revisit the fusion rifles because I must be missing something not to have liked any of them. And Yeah, I think that's everything. All right, well, enjoy Rise of Iron, everybody. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit in your gun choice. Once all of the stats are available, I'll go back and make a more what's the word? Comprehensive guide per archetype, just like that scout rifle video I did a while back, except this time it'll be for all of the year 3 guns. I want to cover everything. You can expect those to start coming out after we do the raid on Friday, and I will be live streaming for probably the rest of the day. I'll be cutting out and coming back on. Cutting off, every time I finish a mission, that kind of deal. Anyway, alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.